I had a generic piece of artwork that I tried to sell on Facebook Marketplace, and no one else wanted it. So I decided I would try to make the best of this frame and paint something new for it. My initial plan was to remove the back and take out the paper and then flip it over and paint on that paper. This frame was built indestructible. First, it was wrapped with this sheet of paper which I ripped off. Okay, it looked fine. It had like the little prongs in there. I tried to open these prongs. They are so strong. I tried with pliers. I tried with my fingers. I tried with the quarter. It wasn't working. I am so surprised that this frame with generic art from Target is so strong. Anyway, a viewer requested that I paint some cherries, so I decided I was gonna go for it anyway. I was thinking, what can I do with this frame still? I decided I was going to paint over the glass, which I haven't done before, so I wasn't really sure how this is gonna turn out. First, I cleaned the glass and then I was going to get started with the base layer of white paint. I figured that if I do a base layer of white paint when I paint the cherries onto the glass, it'll have a little more to cling to. One thing I really noticed that was different than painting on paper was with the glass, the paint strokes are much more visible than on paper. I don't mind it's different. You'll see in a little bit that it's a much more textured look than you would expect with painting on paper. Here you can see my base layer of white completed, and it definitely does have that texture, a little almost blues and grays coming through from the painting underneath. I decided at this point to get myself a cup of tea while that base layer was drying before I started painting the cherries. Here's my inspiration photo for this painting. I typically like to paint more from a still life. I don't have any fresh cherries at my house at the moment, but I absolutely love cherries. They're one of my favorite fruits. So maybe in the future, next time I get them, maybe I'll have to redo this painting, but maybe I'll do it on paper instead of on the glass. Like when I was painting the base layer, I definitely noticed when I was painting these cherries that the brush strokes are so much more evident when you're painting on the glass. This was a really fun challenge for me actually because I really enjoy the idea of painting on like furniture, painting on picture frames in different historical periods. It was really common and very highly sought after to have furniture with like beautiful stenciling and beautiful painting on it. And it's just so unique, I think, that I might be exploring some more of this. I don't know if I want all of my furniture painted at this point, but we'll see. I also decided I would paint a little bit on the frame itself in this situation. So I did just a little accent detail on a couple of the corners, you'll see. If you have any ideas or suggestions for the next fruit or vegetable to paint, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for the cherry suggestion. I had a lot of fun with this one. As usual, it didn't turn out as I expected. There were some obstacles, but we overcame them and we have a whole new piece.